What are you doing, Jessica?
Sanding some floors.
Coming to you from the big city of Spencer, Tennessee. This is what real production looks like. This is people who work.
We have so much money to give government officials that we can't pay someone to do the floor.
Yeah, this is what real work looks like, by the way. People who actually do something, are actually putting their knuckles to the ground and working and doing the best job they can so that somebody can have a nice house.
We gotta just polish this one over. Right?
Yeah, we gotta finish. Can I go up here?
Yeah.
We gotta finish doing these floors. Just working on the stairs so that they can look nice. Can look more like these ones. Still have the original character. I don't know if the camera actually gives it the glory that it should. We want to give it some good character. That light's not on, but it's kind of dark in here. By keeping the original floors, it is, I don't know. That's not an original floor. But this one was not one that we could redo. So this is what real production looks like. Real work. Actually doing something. Did you get your permit? We got our permit, I guess. He said we didn't need one in here. Who knows what he's going to say when he comes back, but we'll keep the cameras rolling. Right? What do you think the difference is between us as people who do this work and the code department? What do you think the difference is? Jess?
One produces and one takes.
One supplies and one takes. One is a welfare case who can't produce anything of his own, produces absolutely zero value. And the other one, when we get all said and done here, will have a nice house that's valuable unless he tries to screw with us. In which case we will file lawsuits against him and the city.
I keep waiting for him to come by.
If he just
hey, you wanna work?
lets bygones be bygones and we just get done and, you know, he got his money, then all's good in the hood. But if he comes at me with anything crazy, I will file lawsuits against him and the city, because what else can I do? I can't just let my business and my livelihood get destroyed by a bunch of freaking people who think that they deserve my production when they haven't supplied any value towards it. You know, nobody else in any other industry would let that happen, and I can't let it happen in mine. And I certainly can't just sit back idly and let these government people just try to dictate what we do with our lives. They're not here to make sure that I'm sanding these floors the way I'm supposed to. They're here to make sure governments don't try to infringe upon my rights. And that's the difference. The difference between us and people who work for the government is they wouldn't have jobs if we weren't here. They wouldn't have a livelihood if we weren't doing something. They would have to find another creative way to steal from somebody else. And, you know, that's just not, these still need to get painted, but these are nice little shelves. That's just not what I want to be in this world. You know, I'm an adult who produces value. I've been through a lot in this world. I haven't always made the right choices in my life, which some of these people probably know. They've looked me up. But I can tell you one thing is for certain. From where I've come from, I've done pretty dang good with my life. And I'm pretty proud of what I have, what I've accomplished. I'm pretty dang happy with what I've accomplished. I've rehabbed probably 10 houses, you know. I've run more than one plumbing company in different states. I have race cars. I have kids who love me. I have a wife who loves me. I've got a good life, contrary to what people might think, because of just a couple of situations that have occurred recently. You know? Anyway, just wanted to say hello. Wanted to say hello. Look at this little pantry. We're putting our tools and stuff in it, and some of our equipment, some of our things. This is kind of a nice little pantry we make. Got the barn door, slider door on it, which I like to do because for two reasons. It doesn't take up space when it opens, and that's why I do it in the bedrooms when they're a little bit smaller. And number two, I think they're nice. And I always try to use these solid doors. I don't use the little cheap hollow doors. There's one hollow door in this house. It's in this bathroom that was here when we bought the place. And the rest of it is all pretty good. You see, I got my smoke detector / carbon monoxide detector. One in the kitchen. I got to put one upstairs yet. But we're getting to it. I don't know what we're going to do with that mudroom, though. You know, Mr. Moffat's waiting patiently for me to decide what we're going to do, so he can try to tax me. Tax man.
I think the key is not
The tax man cometh. Is that what it is? Sanding. We have these little sanders we're using so we can get in the cracks. And of course, I don't like the giant sanders because they're real heavy and sometimes they do more damage and dig in deep. So it takes longer to do it because we use these little sanders and go on our hands and knees. And this is just the first level here, just getting the old poly coat off. Then we got to go over it with a finer tooth deal. I don't know what this is. Something fell off of here. Okay. And then, well, we get it all done. It'll look pretty nice. And somebody will have a nice house. I don't know who. Maybe you.